So, just as you think you're getting used to what's going on in the world, just as you've got to that point where this big thing's happened, we're on day 9 or 10 of social distancing now, you're starting to see the wood for the trees, starting to adapt, starting to think of all the things that you can do to take advantage of this time. It feels like it's getting better, and then bang, all chaos takes hold of you again. You thought you sorted, you thought you kind of got your head around it all, and then you just start feeling rubbish about it. This has happened to me today. I woke up this morning feeling really down, really depressed and low about the whole thing. And I thought to myself, well, this is ridiculous, because I've just spent the last week getting really practical and thinking all the great things I can do to make the most of this. And it reminded me about a tool for change I haven't talked about for a little while, and I think this might be helpful for you. It was helpful for me to remember it. It's called the chaos cycle. Now, some of you who work in a corporate environment might be familiar with the change curve. So the change curve, something bad is done to you, you go into anger, denial, feeling low about it, and then you start to pick yourself up, work out that actually there's an opportunity there to be had, and then build work your way out of it. I'm not a fan of that, because it tends to always assume that what's happening is bad, and also it puts you in the victim position, that this thing is bad and it's being done to you, and you need to go through this curve of acceptance, denial through to acceptance to making the most of it. The tool I prefer is the chaos cycle. So I'm going to show you a picture of it just there. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to attempt to sink a picture of it into this video so you can see. Okay, so the chaos cycle. So we start with the current status quo. We then move into the introduction of a foreign element, which could have been something from the outside of us or from inside. It could be something that we've instigated as a change in our lives. Then we go into something called chaos. And the key thing is to expect there to be chaos. Often when things are done to us, we expect the chaos. We don't always expect it if we're creating our own changes. We move out of chaos by going into feedback and practice and feedback. And when I say feedback, I don't mean asking somebody what they think of what you're doing and get them to tell you how to do it differently. I mean feedback from your life, feedback in your results, feedback inside of yourself. How are you feeling? What feedback are you getting from yourself emotionally? What feedback are you getting from yourself in your thoughts? And then as we start to adapt to that process of feedback and tweaking and practicing, we establish a new status quo. So, in the context of coronavirus, well, we started whether it was 2 weeks ago for you or 4 weeks ago, with life feeling fairly normal, and then this big external set of events have started to go into motion. Big external event. Ultimately being told not to leave our houses, work from home, social distancing. That's a big external event. We go into chaos, which feels really unsettling, whether that comes out as feeling low or anxious or worried or just that unsettled feeling, however that came out for you. That's chaos. Then we start to move ourselves into, well, actually, how can we make this work and establish a new status quo? What I want to talk about specifically is that in reaction to that from the external event, we will have come up with our own internal ideas for how we can establish change to navigate this. So that could be new working practices if you're working from home. It could be new ways to exercise or to manage the food in the household, or just anything about your routine, how you're going to stay connected with people, or if you're in a house full, how you're going to all live harmoniously and not eat each other. So we will have all come up with our own ways to deal with this. Even those can throw us into chaos. So even though they are something that we've created for ourselves with the best intentions, any new routine, any change, whether it's externally inflicted on us or internally generated, can still put us into chaos. Really important. So you can get to that point where you feel like you've done all the right things to manage yourself and still be feeling anxious or down or stressed or just out of sorts. You know, maybe that's showing up in procrastination. Maybe it's showing up in wanting everything to be perfect. Maybe it's showing up in being a little bit irritable, or just feeling a bit low. So, chaos curve. I'll stick it in the pictures. Either way, except that if you've made changes to cope with this big external change and you're feeling chaos, it's still practice and feedback that will get you out. It's the practice and the feedback and the listening and the learning and really tuning into your results on the outside, but also the results you're getting on the inside. That's what helps us shift to make it our new status quo. And you know what? We're going to keep going round this loop. It's not a curve, it's a chaos cycle, because we're going to keep going round it with different things unfold either on the outside world or on our inside world. So expect chaos, even if it's something that you've designed for yourself to make life better right now. Focus on practicing and feedback. And the quicker we can do that, the quicker we make it our new status quo, and then we can get a bit of relief.